everyone, my name is Violet and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the first video of 2025, and we're not going to let another year go by of me making vision boards and not reviewing them. I did not do that for 2023 and I was not about to do that for 2024. So welcome to today's video where I review my 2024 vision board. So this is my 2024 vision board, and where do we start? Start from here, do we start from here, going this way, going this way. I'm thinking, yeah, horizontal, yeah. Okay, that's the vibe. Anyways, let's begin. So the first picture that I have on there is two people, one holding a tree, I think they just planted it, and then another one is watering the tree. So this picture for me symbolizes something to do with the environment. As a huge nature enthusiast and an environmentalist, I felt obligated to do something for the environment. So I did exactly that. On the 20th of October 2024, I attended a tree planting event as part of my advocacy as Teen Queen, and I planted a tree. Yes, guys. That's that. I'm super proud of myself, by the way. I love being in nature, so that felt good. It felt good giving back to the environment, and I hope to do it again this year. So yeah. Second picture that I have on here is of a girl. She is in a museum or an art gallery. I don't really know, but that for me symbolized something to do with visiting a museum, specifically the Nairobi National Museum, because fun fact, I have been passing outside the Nairobi National Museum, going to school for good 4 years, and in my first year in campus, it's literally minutes away from my school. So I wanted to do that for myself this year. I didn't really know it was gonna be like minutes away from my school, but it happened to. But I never really got the time to go. Not really the time. I'd say it's a matter of priorities, and I just stood in the way of my happiness and I never went. But I hope to do that again in 2025. Not the not going, but the going part. Okay, good. The next thing that I have on my list is a quote that I have tried to live by in 2024, and it says, "You are what you do, not what you say you do." I'm gonna let that sink. I have tried to live by this quote in 2024 by doing things that I tell myself I'll do. I tried. I definitely had situations and times where I told myself something and ended up not doing it. But for the most part, I was really trying to do as I tell myself, because that really helps build self-respect. And yeah. So let 2025 be the year where we say things and actually do them. Good. The next picture that I have on here is of a girl, and this picture was actually there because I wanted to be reminded to take care of my hair, because I want to grow out my hair, and I think I did. It's not really like the same length, but I think I did grow out my hair. I could do better, and I will do better. The next picture that I have on here is of a book cut, and that for me symbolized expanding and building my personal library. Fun fact, I only read one new book last year. I'm not even done reading it, but I bought only one book last year. It's better than none, right? But I read two books, one of which was a reread, that is The Atomic Habits, and then another one is Think and Grow Rich, both of which are from my 2023 vision board. So yeah, I hope to do more this year, but that is my situation with my personal library. Another one that I have on here is this picture of a YouTube plaque. It's the 100k subs plaque, and this for me symbolized being more active on social media, and especially YouTube, and posting more on YouTube. But I had several issues. Okay, I had several involuntary breaks. Some were voluntary, some were involuntary. Some I could not control, some I could control. But for the most part, I couldn't control a lot of the breaks that I went on social media. Especially a lot of the breaks that I went on was especially because of my phone. One, my phone couldn't work. Two, I had issues with my phone. So that's that. But I feel like I was a little more active than I was in 2023. I was in school still, but like I was a little more active than I was in 2024. And I had periods where I was actually just posting consistently for like months, which is good. And you're back on grind. Hold on. A video of mine is gonna be posting. Actually, it's posted. So that's good. It's currently 11:10. Today's on Tuesday, so a video of mine just posted on YouTube. I'm currently posting twice a week. 2025 is no joke, period. But yeah. So the next picture that I have on here is a quote that says, "Don't spend another year doing the same," the S word. Period. So I think 2024 was actually a year where I was very much out of my comfort zone. I was able to contest in a pageant and I won the title of a teen queen. Hello. I moved around a lot. Not necessarily like houses, but like traveling. Not really traveling. I'd say exploring. I was in places I've never been before. I was able to get into spaces I only saw on social media, type of exploring. Yeah, so 2024 was not really a year where I was just sitting doing the same thing. It is a very much out of my comfort zone year for me. We are not going to talk about the next one. Anyways, I have someone here. I think it's a girl. Yeah, because of the nails. Anyways, it's a girl holding keys to her new apartment. Yeah. That did not happen. That did not happen, period. We are not going to discuss that. The next picture that I have on here is this. And it's a room. It's a bedroom. I think it's a girl bedroom. Yeah. And that symbolized moving into my room and decorating it. Well, the moving part happened and it was involuntary actually. It's that I wanted, not that I didn't want it to happen, but it's not like, do you know what? Yeah, it happened. I moved from the next room into this room. If you saw my couple of videos from the beginning of 2024, you would notice that this is not the room where we started vlogging. Yeah, good. So I moved back here, but it's yet to be decorated. I'm not even gonna move the camera around. We'll do better in 2025. We'll do better. The next picture that I have on here is of a girl. You see that? Yeah, it's of a girl holding flowers in a silk dress. This was something that I wanted to do in 2024. I wanted to, treat myself better, buy myself flowers, take myself out, and, just get myself exposed to the city because I am the kind of person, not even the kind of person, I'm the kind of Nairobian that has never been around Nairobi. That was me in 2024. I've actually been around Nairobi, guys. So, yeah, I know my way around places in Nairobi and I'm not gonna get lost. So, that's good. But the dates, flowers, silk dresses part, that did not happen. But again, like we said, 2025, we do better. Period. The next thing that I have on here is a Samsung tablet. It's not funny. Don't laugh. Violet, don't laugh. It's a Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra 5G. So I wanted a tablet that was gonna be helping me edit my videos better because I feel like it's easier to edit videos on a wider screen than it is on a smaller screen, like my phone screen. So I put that there because I wanted a tablet, but I don't think I wanted it that bad to the point where I was actually working towards it. So yeah, that did not happen, but something quite similar happened, and I got a Samsung phone instead. Actually, was doing this with my dad. I was taking him through my vision board for 2024, and I realized I didn't get a Samsung tablet, but I got a Samsung phone. Okay, 2025 we play bigger. The next picture that I have on here, I could have done better with going back to my vision board and realize this, but I am my only limit. It says your only limit is you. If I had come back to this vision board as much as I should have, I could have made better decisions. But I'm not going to invalidate the version of myself that made those decisions because they seem like the best decisions at the time. So yeah, we're just gonna be graceful. We're just gonna give her the grace because she did her best. I don't know about the best, but yeah, we're healing, we're growing, we're moving forward. Period. But yeah, I just wanted to remind myself in 2025 that I am my only limit in case I choose to not do something, because our life is really a reflection of our choices. So if I am not where I want to be in life, that is on me. That is because of the decisions that I make. So 2025, I know better. I know better. Period. 2024, the last picture on the second row is this picture of hold on. Is this picture of a girl holding a bottle and a yoga mat, and she's stoned, and that for me symbolized physical health. Working out, exercising, and toning my body. I don't really know if I worked towards that. I'm not gonna say I woke up and things were like that, but like I didn't really put in as much effort as I wanted to or as I should have. But the results are there. So let me just yeah, good. Hold on. Is it hot in here? Is it me? Next up. This is a good one. Hold on. I had to get the receipts. Anyways, yes, so part of my 2024 goals was to contest in a pageant and win. And I did. Hold on, I've got the receipts. Hold on. Should I continue the rest of the video like this? Anyways, that's my baby right there. That's my baby right there. It sits so well. Hold on. Yes, period. So yeah, I am your Miss Teen Hot Legs Kenya 2024, 2025, guys. And I have things coming up, so y'all better stay on your toes. Yeah, 2025 was also the year where I was gonna try solo picnics because I love the aesthetic, I love the vibe, and I was gonna try for myself in 2024, right? Safe to say that never happened. We're just gonna, yeah, 2025 will do better, but I never really managed to go on a solo picnic, and I don't know what to say. I can't really defend myself at this point, so we're just gonna leave it there. 2025 we do better. The next thing that I have on here is driving, and that for me symbolized learning how to drive. I don't know if I still know how to drive, but I can't drive on the road, so yeah, that did not happen. I did go for like 2-3 driving sessions with my dad, but I don't really think I know how to drive as I would like to, you know, to the point where I'm actually going on like longer solo drives. I don't know how to drive, so 2024 is my year. It was my year. Hello, it was my year, but Yeah, 2024 was my year, and so is 2025. Yeah. So another goal that I had in 2024 was to read the whole Bible, and I don't know where this goal came from, but as soon as I touched the Bible, I understood that this is not really a book that you want to just read for the purposes or for the sake of just reading it. This is more of a, I don't want to call it a textbook, but it's something that you want to read and actually like understand the concept and the context. It's not really just about reading. So I kind of went back on the goal, but I did take time to read my Bible. I was actually reading Proverbs, and I am loving Proverbs, guys. I knew that if I'm gonna go back to reading it, because I was actually on break, I started reading my Bible and I was reading it really good. And then it got to a point where I was not reading my Bible. But then when I came back to reading my Bible, I started with Proverbs. Now, Proverbs will hit you with the truth in your face. Period. This is not the kind of book that you would want to recommend someone who is just starting to read the Bible. That is what I wanted to say. This is what we are currently dealing with. I feel like we can do better. The whole sticky notes, right by the sidelines type of situation. I feel like we could do better, but I didn't really read the whole Bible in 2024. And I don't really think that is ever gonna be a goal of mine again. Like, I don't want to read the Bible for the sake of reading it, guys. And that's one period. The next thing that I wanted to do in 2024 was to get baptized. I didn't. I have no excuse. I'd say it's a matter of priorities, and I placed my priorities wrongly. So I didn't get baptized. But again, 2025 we do better. We had a girl always period working in a coffee shop type situation. I really wanted to try this just to see how it felt like. But I never even went to a coffee shop. The only thing that I went close to a coffee shop was CJ's, and that is because my cousin took me there. But I never really took myself to a coffee shop to work from there. Social media is getting the best of me. The next thing that I have on here is of a girl in like a cute outfit, and this for me symbolized building my dream wardrobe. So I had a series at the beginning of the year, Closet Chronicles series, and it was basically about building our dream wardrobes. Yeah. I still love it, and I still feel like I could go back and take lessons out of those videos, and I still feel like I actually did something to my closet that I have not done in 2023. So I kind of did, but I also feel like I could have done better. So again, 2025, we play bigger, we do better. Period. Do it now. This was a strong reminder. I knew I was gonna place it a bit high up, so this was gonna be one of the first things that I lay my eyes on, to remind me to do whatever it is that I want to do and not procrastinate it, because later is basically never. And I never really got to reading this vision. So the next thing that I have on here is a picture, and this picture has yarn in it. So I wanted to learn how to crochet because I didn't want to buy things that I can make myself. The strands. Yeah, I don't really feel like they're my style right now, but I still would want to learn how to crochet. So 2025, we play bigger, we do better. I didn't even do a single thing about crocheting last year. I just wanted to do crocheting. I wanted to learn how to crochet, but I never did anything about it. I didn't get no yarn, I didn't get no the crochet hook, nothing. So yeah, 2025, we do better, we play bigger. The next thing that I have on here is a quote. It says, "Direction is so much important than speed because many people are going nowhere fast." I actually lived by this a lot, and I just feel like it was more of me procrastinating things, and I ended up staying in the planning phase a little bit longer than I should have. But I really wanted to plan myself, plan my entire life plan my entire existence, and that actually does not come from a good place. It doesn't come from the right mentality. So 2025 is more about action, calculated risks. We are moving, speed. I kind of know what I'm not hold on. I know what I want, and I know how to get it. So I'm gonna get it. Okay. This is 2025. We're not planning anymore. We're done with the planning in 2024. So that's that. 2024 was all about the 4Gs: God, goals, growing, and glowing. And I love that because actually 2024 was about that. That I can actually attest. Not 100%, but like I can actually attest that 2024 was about God. It was about goals, it was about growing, and it was about glowing. Period. And that is my vision board for 2024. I have not yet come up with my vision board for 2025, but I feel like I have a different approach for 2025. It's not just about vision boards anymore. I actually want to do something. I'm still gonna make a vision board. Yeah, I feel like it's a very like I don't know what do you call it. It's a very visual way of like getting to your goals. Something. I might be misusing my words at this point. But yeah, I still love vision boards and I'm gonna make one. I've just not yet made one. But we're going to be making a 2025 vision board. Best believe. Period. But yeah, those were my goals for 2024. And I cannot wait to see what 2025 looks like. Again, like we said, action. Action. Do better. Go bigger. Period. But yeah, that is everything that I had for you guys in this video. Is this part of the video or like video? Hold on, let me think. Hold on now, let me think.